100% pure rock. 1077 The Bone.
So I'm here with Danny from Asking Alexandria, and last time we spoke was 2010 Golden God Awards, so April 2010, and you guys were just at the beginning of what has been kind of a wild ride, yeah?
Yeah, I have just been informed about our last meeting. I wasn't the most sober I've ever been in my life. Yeah, it's been a very, very insane, wild year from that point.
Has it been equally sober?
No. It is now. I'm clean and sober now.
As a conscious decision or just as a byproduct of being so busy?
As a conscious decision, I started hearing voices that were telling me to do things. And I mean, the last time I recall that happening was ended with Ozzy trying to kill his wife. And I don't want to go down that route. So I've kind of made the conscious decision to clean up and sober up again for about the 1,000th time now.
Is anybody else in the band joining you, or is that going to make it more difficult if they don't?
It's just me. My girlfriend is stopping drinking with me. She already didn't smoke or do drugs, so she didn't have to worry about them. Yeah, she's getting sober with me, so that's definitely a help.
So you guys have been constantly busy since everything happened, and you are putting out 3 albums in 3 years. How is that? How are you keeping up that pace?
I am not sure, to be honest. It's absolutely insane. I mean, first record came out in 2009. We're now coming out with what is the fifth CD, with the remix album and the EP in there as well. So I mean, within that time space, I physically don't know how we've put in the hours, but we literally just haven't had any time off at all. We just keep working and keep working, because if we don't, we might not be famous one day. And I'm not okay with that.
How is it going with the music writing process? I mean, is the music just like oozing out of everyone? Is Ben just bringing a ton of stuff for you guys, or?
Ben's written some pretty amazing things, as has James. We've got half the record done. I've sent a lot of stuff back and changed a lot of stuff, moved it around, restructured, rewritten. But it's a slow process, but we're really putting the time in, and I'm especially really putting the time in to make sure that I know these songs are as good as they can possibly be before they're put out. I don't want to put my name on something that isn't right.
Does that mean you guys aren't playing anything new on the current tour?
We've recorded a new single called Run Free, which is releasing soon through Axe Body Spray through their app. It's going to be out for free download. But until the app's out, we're not allowed to play the song. So about halfway through the tour, we're going to stop playing it. So in about 2 weeks, we'll have a new single out and be playing it live, and I cannot wait.
And you guys just put together like a short film, right?
Yeah, it's called Through Sin and Self-Destruction. It's available on iTunes. It's just kind of a brief tale through the whole debauchery that was my life at the time. It's a sad story. However much it is very much dramatized and with a lot of stuff added to make it more Hollywood and more PC in some ways. Yeah, it is a rough version of what was going on in my life.
Because you don't remember, but I remember at the Golden Gods, we joked about how you guys were going to be doing a reality show, and this sounds like kind of the culmination of that.
Yeah, I'm still working on and thinking of the reality show. I mean, it's just going to be me. I don't know how interesting it's going to be now I'm sober. No, I think I'll do a good job. We're going to shoot the pilot when I get home after this tour. And I've got all my photography and stuff as well. I have my new band called Harlot, which is kind of straight up rock and roll, and I'm working on a cover record as well of kind of just the big 80s anthems. So just keeping busy.
How are you sleeping?
Pretty well now. I'm not on mountains of cocaine every day.
You're pretty much mapped out for the next year and a half.
Pretty much
until
death.
Yourself.
Until death, yeah.
So are you going to be full-time Asking Alexandria and then kind of side projecting all this other stuff, or at some point is Asking taking a break?
No, it's all gonna go on equally at the same time, and I am going to be the most hardworking man in the music industry.
Are there any solo? I mean, there has to be like a solo tour planned or a headline tour, right, for Asking Alexandria, like after the album comes out in
Yes.
When's the album coming out? Like 2 months?
It's looking to be November, December. Yes, we're working on a headline tour for Asking. My new band Harlot we're working on next summer, and then my solo stuff, I'm not sure. I'll probably just do some fly-in dates around the country.
Do you guys know who you're going to be taking out when you go out headlining?
Yes.
Can you tell me?
Nope.
Can you give me a hint?
There's some incredible bands on it. One of them are on this festival.
So I guess in terms of your future projects, you guys have so much music coming out with Asking Alexandria and all the albums in so few years, and now you're doing a cover album and a solo album. How do you find so much material to write from?
Because I've had a very interesting life. It's been a fucked up roller coaster and a wild as hell ride, and it ain't quite over yet.
Do you have a story example of something that you've written a song about?
A song on the new Asking record. It's kind of just me. This is the story of me from a child, from my perspective now of how I grew up very, very depressed and left out, and just with a lot of hurt in my heart, and how it built up, and I left all that behind to kind of pursue what is the incredibly lonely life that is touring. And I really just kind of swapped one loneliness and pain for another, of now having people that I love and people that love me, but not ever being able to see them because I'm always on the road. And just kind of that battle within of, have I made the right decision? Have I really kind of made any improvement on my life whatsoever, or have I in some ways made it worse? But then there's a lot of very positive things. For instance, the new single, Run Free, is kind of an uplifting message of kind of don't be told what to do and who to be. Kind of just do your own thing and be who you want to be and follow your dreams and just run free into the world.
How are you feeling about sobriety right now? Comfortable or nervous?
It's not easy. The withdrawals are not fun. I've gone through them too many times before and always fallen back into drugs to get rid of them. But I'm really, really making an effort not to this time, for the sake of all my relationships that I have in my life. But I definitely feel amazing besides the withdrawals.
Are you using a support system or just people around you?
There's an amazing group called Music Hairs.
Oh.
They're amazing. I love them, and I talk to them as much as I can whenever I'm in need. I've got my girlfriend on the road right now. She helps me out a lot. Just kind of the people around me help me the most, despite them all being alcoholics. They're very supportive.
Have you got to the point where you're starting to look around for other people that you want to help in similar situations?
Yes, definitely. I've grown to be quite a charitable man. Obviously working with Music Hairs, and I'm going to be kind of doing some stuff with them. And then there's a company called the Traveling Guitar Foundation, who I'm trying to start some work with, and they kind of keeping the music education in schools. Because I don't know where the hell I'd be if it weren't for music right now. And then I want to do some work with Red as well.
So for upcoming things with you and Asking Alexandria, where should people go to find them?
As far as me and kind of constant updates go, my Twitter's kind of probably the most updated thing, and that's at the Danny Worsnop. Asking Alexandria is at A. I'm sure I know. And then we have our website, which is askingalexandriaofficial.com.
Anything you want to tell people?
The first night of the tour was amazing. Took some amazing photographs. I'll show you one of them right now. It's on my on my blog website, which is dsnopphotography.tumblr.com. I got this on a Slipknot last night.
Oh, wow. And last but not least, when people come out to see you guys on the Mayhem, what can they expect, and what time should they get here to make sure they don't miss you?
I'm here to bring the rock and roll to this festival. Just everything they've heard about us and assume we're going to be, we're probably not. We're going to blow them away and change their opinions, and they're going to love us.
Do you feel like people might have a bad opinion of you?
Yes.
Why?
Well, because when we were younger, we were a child band, and we were treated as such by the older metal community. And we're not them anymore. We're not those little kids who kind of don't really know what we're doing. We're real musicians now. I think to some people we may be stuck still in that place because they haven't witnessed anything since. But I do urge them to give us a chance. And if they don't like us, they're more than happy to leave and go listen to something else. But it's worth giving us a chance, because you never know, you might like us now.
So do you feel like this festival, and more importantly the new album, is going to show like a more mature Asking Alexandria?
Definitely.
And what does that mean?
Hopefully not an ended career. That's my only fear, that people don't like us because of it. No, I mean I think it's much better. I think the music is far improved from what it once was.
100% pure rock. 1077 The Bone.